I knew something was wrong. Thing is happening. By the time the fuel regenerates and the neurons finally fire, that moment's already passed. You've already fumbled the introduction, already felt the embarrassment. The damage is done. And here's what makes this so brutal. This isn't happening once in a while. It's happening dozens of times a day. Every time your brain needs to recall a name or follow a detailed conversation or remember why you walked into the kitchen, your brain burns ATP. And if you can't refuel fast enough, you get that blank and the frustration that comes along with it. And it's not that you're losing your mind, it's that your brain ran out of gas in that exact moment. Think of it like a high-performance computer. All your files are intact. Your hardware is fine. The software in your brain works perfectly, but the battery's dying, so everything slows down. Everything gets harder. Not because the machine is broken, but because it doesn't have enough power. Once you understand that, it becomes obvious why nothing you've tried has worked. For example, a lot of my patients tried taking ginkgo biloba, and it does increase blood flow to the brain, which sounds good, right? But blood flow isn't the problem. Your brain's getting plenty of oxygen, plenty of glucose. The issue is it can't convert that into usable energy fast enough. It's like turning up water pressure when your hose is full of holes. And then there's fish oil, which is popular because it supports brain structure. And sure, it's great for long-term health as well, but it's like polishing the body of a car while the engine keeps stalling. And look, I love brain training apps for your neural pathways, but you're training pathways that don't have energy to function under pressure. It's like practicing sprints while you're exhausted. The skills just don't transfer. And of course, we can't forget the prescription drug Prevagen. Problem is, it uses a jellyfish protein that can't even cross into your brain. Every single solution misses the real problem, which is your brain's fuel system is too slow. So I started digging deeper, looking for research that actually addressed the root issue, not just the symptoms. Then, in February of 2024, I came across a study published in Nature that made my jaw drop. If you're not familiar, Nature is the Mount Everest of scientific journals. Getting published there means your research survived the most brutal peer review on the planet. Here's what these researchers did. They gave healthy adults a single dose of one compound. Then they measured what happened to their brains. Not over weeks or months, but within hours. And what they saw was stunning. Using advanced brain imagery, they watched the brain's energy reserves increase in real time. They measured something called phosphocreatine rising in the brain. That's the backup fuel that your neurons store for high demand moments. They weren't guessing based on surveys or self-reports, they were watching it happen in real time. And the results matched what they saw on the imaging. Better performance during mental fatigue, faster processing speed. That way, when you go to pull up a name or track a conversation or remember why you walked into a room, I created one myself. I call it MemoryFuel. First, 5,000 milligrams of creatine monohydrate. This is the foundation. It's the fuel for your brain. It's what closes the 2 to 3 second gap between when you need a memory and when your brain can actually access it. Most creatine supplements are dosed for athletes. That's only 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams for muscles. But we included 5,000 milligrams, the dose that actually works for your brain. Next, 200 milligrams of L-theanine. You've got energy now, but if you're stressed, your brain burns through it like a wildfire. L-theanine creates calm focus, helping your neurons fire smoothly instead of burning fuel in a panic. So you're alert, but relaxed. Then 300 milligrams of choline bitartate. See, memories are stored in networks and webs of neurons that need to talk to each other. And they communicate using a chemical messenger called acetylcholine. But as you age, your brain runs out of raw materials to make it. Choline is that raw material. Flood your system with it and your memory networks fire faster. Plus 300 milligrams of magnesium glycinate. Every time you draw a memory blank, your body dumps cortisol into your system. And cortisol wrecks everything. It damages brain cells, kills your sleep, triggers inflammation, but magnesium regulates the stress response so cortisol doesn't spike every time you face a cognitive challenge. Also, vitamin D3. Why? Because Cleveland Clinic research ties adequate D3 levels to a 40% lower risk of dementia. Plus, it reduces brain inflammation and supports your brain's immune defenses. It also helps regulate neurotransmitter production. Besides, most people over 60 are deficient in vitamin D3 anyway. And finally, vitamin B12. B12 keeps the protective coating on your neurofibers intact so signals travel fast. It also helps your mitochondria produce ATP more efficiently. And again, most people over 60 have subclinical B12 deficiency. This tops you off so your whole system runs cleaner. All right, so those are the 6 ingredients. And the magic happens when these 6 ingredients work together. Here's what happens when you take all of them at the same time. Within hours, the creatine and L-theanine kick in. You notice the first reduction in those memory blanks. Your recall feels snappier, and within days, the phosphocreatine stores build up. The choline supports faster neuron communication, and magnesium starts regulating your stress response. You're consistently we've had over 24 Nature study proves it. The Cleveland ATP regeneration in your brain cells. It's the difference between putting a band-aid on a broken bone versus actually setting the bone so it can heal properly. The 2024 Nature study proved that creatine supplementation directly increases brain ATP levels by 5 to 15%. That's measurable energy production, not some vague support claim. Question 3, is this safe to take with my other medications? Well, MemoryFuel contains natural, research-backed ingredients that are generally recognized as safe. That being said, we always recommend consulting with your doctor before starting any new supplement, especially if you're already taking medications or if you have existing health concerns. That way, your doctor can review the ingredient list and confirm that there are no interactions with your specific medications. Next question, what if it doesn't work for me? Well, then you get every penny back. There's no questions asked. You have a full 90 days to try MemoryFuel risk-free. If you're not experiencing sharper recall, less brain fog, better mental clarity, just contact our customer service team. We'll refund your entire purchase. You can even keep the bottles. We're not interested in keeping money from people who didn't get the results they wanted. We only win if you win. Next question, do I need to take this forever? Here's the honest answer. Your brain's energy demands don't go away. The ATP gap is a chronic issue that gets worse with age if you don't address it. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth for 90 days and then stop because your teeth are fixed. You keep brushing because you want to maintain healthy teeth. Same principle here. Most of our customers stay on MemoryFuel long term because they never want to go back to how they felt before. The mental clarity, the confidence, the feeling of being themselves again, that's worth maintaining. But you're not locked into anything. There's no subscription, there's no automatic charges. You order when you want, however much you want. Next question. Why haven't I heard about this before? Well, it's simple, because the connection between creatine and brain ATP wasn't definitively proven until that 2024 Nature study. Before that, creatine was mostly known as a muscle supplement for bodybuilders. Most people, including doctors, had no idea it could cross the blood-brain barrier and regenerate cognitive energy. The research is still relatively new, which means you're getting in early on a scientifically validated solution before it becomes mainstream. Next question. Can I just take regular creatine from the gym? You could, but you'd be missing 5 critical ingredients that work synergistically with creatine to maximize your brain ATP production. Plus, most creatine supplements are formulated for muscle energy, not brain energy. The dosing, the delivery mechanism, the supporting ingredients, none of it is optimized for cognitive performance. MemoryFuel was specifically designed for brain ATP regeneration. Every ingredient, every dose, every ratio. It's the difference between using a butter knife to perform surgery versus an actual scalpel designed for the job. Next question, what's your return policy? Well, we have a 90-day money-back guarantee, period. Try it for the full 90 days, and if you're not satisfied for any reason, just contact us. We'll refund your purchase in full. There's no forms to fill out, no hoops to jump through, no restocking fees or other sneaky charges. Just a simple, straightforward refund. Next question, how do I take MemoryFuel? Take 1 scoop daily with water, preferably with a meal. And for best results, take it consistently at the same time each day. Morning is ideal for most people because you'll benefit from the mental clarity throughout the day. Question, are there any side effects? MemoryFuel is made with natural, research-backed ingredients that are generally well tolerated. Some people report mild digestive upset when first starting, but that usually resolves in the first few days. And taking it with food can help minimize that. Now, creatine can cause slight water retention in some people, which is completely normal and harmless. As with any supplement, if you experience any unusual symptoms, just stop using it and consult your healthcare provider. Question, what if I forget to take it some days? Life happens, don't stress too much about it. For the best results, try to take it consistently. But if you miss a day here and there, just start your normal schedule the next day. The benefits are cumulative over time, so the occasional missed dose won't ruin your progress. Question, why should I trust you? Honestly, you shouldn't. At least not yet. You should trust the research, the 2024 Nature study, the Cleveland Clinic findings, and 3,200 people who actually experienced real results. But most importantly, you should trust our 90-day money-back guarantee. We're not asking you to trust us and hope for the best. We're asking you to try it risk-free and let the results speak for themselves. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you get your money back. As simple as that.